Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jameis to throw it. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Winston now to throw on first down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. To throw is Winston. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Winston from the gun on third down. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. 4th down, so Jameis Winston is off. Matt Gay is on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the only 6-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
Murray, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the slant. Hatch it. When he hit, regular.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. A look now at the Miami offense.
When I see Latavius Murray with the ball in his hands, I think that he's a dangerous player. He has good speed, good presence to run inside, nice toughness, and good vision that once he gets past the first line of defense, he can make a guy miss and turn it into a bigger game.
Now Brady looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. From the 25 on 2nd down, Winston over the middle. He finds Pettis complete.
Let's go, baby.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
On second down now, it's Hines. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. To throw, Winston. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They toss to Freeman. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Winston. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 10 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
That you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Sims. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
53, Mike. Man, I got you. Hey.
On first down, Brady. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
On play action, it's Brady.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
Let's go, Bubba.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Sims. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Murray. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone and score. Taking it 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. 2nd there, he would find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice Nice return, sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tumming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, but it'll be second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On play action, now Brady. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Got his man, it's Eifert. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Brady now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half, 10-7 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And Brady's throw there incomplete. He'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Brady to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. Hey, 50.
They'll run here with Sims. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Hard throw, incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Miami. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Dontari Poe in on the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw, and you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Rush comes and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited,
And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins defense, they get set to go here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Brady. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Sims. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars that have scored to grab the lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And now here come the Ravens. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yards, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hines. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Pushing tacklers aside. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Dawson Knox with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 38, Winston got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete.
Let's go.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Jameis now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready? Mike 59. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. A run, it's Murray. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. 10.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Winston on 4th down. Complete. He finds Bray. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Winston now gets this one left side to Pettis. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Like 50. Hey, tight down. There you go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. A 10-play drive that time. And the final act came from Royce Freeman on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Wait, that, right 20. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady to the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And throw right side complete to Parker. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers.
We got this.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On first down, Murray. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On third down, Brady to the left side here for Eifert. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Winston readies the offense. Down by 9. 1:55 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. First and 10. Winston to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Winston. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's Winston, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Dolphins getting set to go here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
I'm going to run you over.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Get him, boy.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go with Murray again. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They run with Murray, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Dolphins, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get on over to AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the call from Jerry World. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. And we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
A third-round pick out of LSU in the 2014 draft, guard Trey Turner quickly became one of the better players in the NFL. Agile, this guy can absolutely fly, the fastest offensive lineman at the 2014 Combine. You want some nastiness? Watch him at the point of attack. Agile, mobile, and hostile. That's Trey Turner.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Goff on third down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will be taken at the 13. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So here are the Giants under second-year coach Pat Shurmur. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield. First down, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And we roll now on the offensive starters and Chance Warmack.
Absolutely massive man, but he has agility. He can move as well. But his forte is power. If you try to bull rush him, it's going to be a long day for the defender.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Mayfield on play action. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken at about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Block 20. Yeah. Where's 52? Block 52. 52.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the Giants ready to come out now. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Stocker's got it, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for New York. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, this is Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Third and long. It's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The tackle by Eric Armstead. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We're scoreless after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the gun, Mayfield. Pass caught by A.J. Brown, and that's his first NFL catch. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. Man open left side is Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. A screen to Bell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
But now Dallas gets set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice? And
rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on the island over there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. The guilty party, Chance Warmack, the guard out of Alabama. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always...
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on a Giants touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On second and 11 now. Goff, it gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Goff on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. The first down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Goff. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Squeeze, double.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this open. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield boards the target, and he has it over the middle. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
Goff now looking to throw. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Goff now looks to throw, and that is incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mayfield. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Bell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on second down. Goff. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back to throw. Goff. And it's complete. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. We'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 11 yards there, 1st down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there. A second down throw for Mayfield, but it'll be second down. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Goff. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Goff. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Dallas. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Bell fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Goff now to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Goff. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully...
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield now. Stocker's got it. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Gall. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Goff. And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. Coleman has it here right side.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done.
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. This will be taken about the 12. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. We come to the stadium. We hope to have the chance to witness something great. Here they've got an opportunity at a game-winning drive.
And just reduce the magnitude of it. Just break it down. Make it simple. Fun. Pitch and catch. All the easy stuff. And as the drive goes on, I think that nervousness will go away and give them a chance to make all the big throws necessary to get it done.
I don't know. It's not going away, I don't think, up here in the booth. Exciting times. Let's see what happens. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, it's gone. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the in the final stages. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 2, 65 seconds remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll look to throw. Caught here by Bell. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cowboys, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.